Hello my loves, my cunty hunties. Today we're doing us this serve. It's eye focus today. Apply your eye primer and then sweep cream concealer over the lids. And this makes sure that whatever goes on top pops more color, more pussy, more cunt, and blends more even. Tap to blend that all out. Then next, the whitest shadow you've got, pack it on your fingertips and lovingly smush that on your entire lid. It's fine if there's a blend cut off on the outer corner with the shadow. It's just serving as a backdrop, a highlight to our design and shading afterwards. Taking any light shade, I'm using a light taupe to sketch out the design. You can use any thin liner brush. I'm actually using a tight, compact filbert brush that was meant for nails, but it's perfect for sketching, sharp cleanups, and also when I need to pack in any product. Take a step back from the mirror to observe every so often to check the proportions. If you want to change it, you can use a clean Q-tip to gently swipe away the light sketch, or go over tapping it with your fingers with that white shadow again to simply cover and begin anew. Go over with a black shadow on a tight, compact angled brush. This is my favorite angled brush from KVD. It's so incredibly tight and compact. You would think that the liner created with shadow is a liner, but it's just tightly packed shadow. Go over the sketch you just drew. You'll find that it's much easier to trace over than just going straight in with black, but you can also do that if you want to live life dangerously. If you're unsure about how the product will show, try it on the back of your hand to get an idea of how much product pressure and movement you'll need. With a tapered teeny weeny brush and light hand, start blending those edges of those lines inward. Light inward strokes, just using the tip of that brush so you can control and see where that blend is going. We're moving slow and in tiny increments. I'm really focusing on the line where I drew to carry that shadow inwards. There isn't much effort, it should just naturally blend in. Each time I blend, I'm always starting from the line because that line that we drew holds the most pigment. So I'm taking the pigment from there and blending inwards, adding a tad bit of gray to create a gradient. Now just repeat, take your time, add black shadow to that line if you want it to deepen, and blend until you achieve that desired depth. Now repeat on the other end, but this time you're blending outside of those lines. Dip into the black and start at that line again. Continue to blend out. You're just repeating the same steps. Deepening and blending, deepening and blending. Tapered, domed, small blending brush to even more lightly blend those edges. Since it's a small space, take your time. When the line begins to blur and the shade becomes looking washed out, don't worry, it's supposed to. We're going back and forth and adding black in on that line again and repeating the same steps, getting that gradient and these edges blended. And if it's too dark, take a clean blending brush, a small tapered dome one again, to blend it away, or take that same white shadow a tad bit and you're tapping it on the black. Love to find ways to work around what's usually daunting, like mistakes. Not a problem. We'll always make it work. My entire life has been a mistake, but I made it work. So we're gonna make this work. Don't worry, boo-boo. With another teeny tiny tapered brush, dip it in the white shadow and just clean it up. It's kind of like cleaning up a cut crease, except it's with another shadow to conceal and fix. Smart, huh? Take your time. This is makeup therapy. When you're happy, you can deepen it one more time with a black shadow and just adding that to the lines again, blending out. Same black shadow, another tiny brush, cleaning up the edges again with white shadow and bringing back more white and light. Another teeny tiny brush, clean up those edges or any black that spilled over in places you don't want to. Make sure that it's something that is tight and compact, that gives clean lines. Doing this with the white shadow not only cleans up the edges, but it brings back light and more highlight on the entire eye look. So it makes everything pop when you go over and redo it again and again. So a lot of times working back and forth is really good at bringing out the details. Don't forget that inner corner. You can also add some shimmer there as well. Gel black liner, line underneath the waterline, and follow the natural curve of your eye until it reaches the outer corner at the very end. Mirror the top liner you just created and create a curve on the bottom. Now it looks like a fishtail. Teehee. Now fill in the waterline with that black gel liner and then add mascara. And take some time with the mascara using horizontal and vertical strokes just to coat each individual lash. Some of you may be blessed with lashes and don't have to do this. Personally, my lashes are fucked. Trying Fenty's new suede blushes. These are two of my fave from her blush line. With a fluffy brush, mixing that first shade pretty much all over my cheeks, and then a teeny bits of this pink one to the middle of my cheeks. Lastly, lip primer, pressing that into my lips with my fingers to get it really in there. Nude lip liner, lining first and then blending that, softening those edges as well. And one of the most natural and super pretty shades from NARS, this one's called Intimate. It's a tinted lip balm, tapping and softening that as well. Yeah, that's the serve. Bon appetities. Love you.